Today on foxyroxyreviews, we're going to cover coming out to parents. Hello and welcome to foxyroxyreviews. If you're brand new to the channel, we cover everything trans, from features, well-being and reviews. If you're coming back, thank you very much for stopping by. What's the topic of the day? So today we're going to talk about coming out to parents. Because we've got a big back catalogue of videos, we do actually have a more generalised video on coming out, but I thought that it'd be very useful to cover one on coming out to parents. And there's a few things we're going into a little bit more depth with, just regarding this big, important and salient topic. With this topic, I always have a little bit of reservation, not because I don't think it's good to come out or it's positive to come out. It's just that sometimes you have to bear in mind who you're telling, and there is plenty of very good stories which I know that people have come out and it's been wonderful and people are very happy and accepting, but unfortunately this is not always the case. And you can either have a situation where you're dealing with short-term fallout or long-term fallout or complete breakdown. And I feel I wouldn't be doing this topic justice if we didn't talk about those different things. So I think it does pay to consider who you're coming out to, because sometimes you may not get the answer that you're looking for. I mean, sometimes you might be pleasantly surprised. As I say here, I know there's some people that I've supported in the past which their families completely rejected them and they don't speak to their family anymore. So I chose to come out a little bit later in life, so I was ready for all outcomes. But it does kind of go on to the second point here, especially when you come out to someone, maybe a friend or a family member. Quite often you've been thinking about this particular thing for a long time. You've got to bear in mind is you will have been thinking about it and talking about it through in yourself in your head about how you're going to say things. But for this other person, they may not know anything about what you're about to say. So it's natural for someone to be shocked or to be taken aback. I think quite a lot of time you come out and you're ready to say your piece and whatever, and sometimes it does take time for like a parent or a friend or, you know, someone close to you to process it and to think about it. It doesn't mean that necessarily they mean harm to you or by you, but sometimes you have to give time for people just to process and understand that, and I think that's a natural thing, and I don't think it's bad for that other person to do. Now, I won't have a complete down on this video because I think sometimes, especially when you come out, it can be a very uplifting process. Maybe it's something you've been concealed for someone for so long, or where you might have stepped back, you didn't want to ruffle feathers. And to be fair, and there's a number of stories I know when people have come out that the parents have been supportive, or they maybe noticed some things beforehand. I know there's a couple of people I know when they talk about their coming out experiences that their parents twigged that something was going to happen, or there was something that was different about that person because of kind of what they knew about them before. The only thing I would say is sometimes when things don't go so smooth, because sometimes it may not do, a number of reasons. Again, sometimes it's a processing time. Sometimes you might be looking at a mindset, and obviously with mindsets it's a little bit different. And I know there's a couple of my friends where it's taken years for those mindsets to shift, if they have shifted at all. So it can be a very long road. This is where having a strong support network is very, very important, because this is where you can get the help and support that you need while you go on your journey. With time the way it is, that can be the healer. There's a number of people I know, for example, parents have written to them years afterwards. And I think being selective with coming out, as I've said before, is very, very important. So maybe we talk about close friends or family which may be more understanding, for example. This is where coming out in stages can be helpful. You'll have all the social media links here. If you do have any other topics you would like us to cover, please do let us know. And of course, to keep up to date with trans features, well-being and reviews, subscribe.